Hey guys, Marstingan here, bringing you another Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so today we are going to be checking out the Int Resurrection of F Blue, Goku and Vegeta against Cell Max. Now, I am using the Goku family support memory, because, of course, being an exchange unit and the fact that they start off as Goku, the unit is actually on Goku family. So it's another one of those interesting switcheroo kind of units. Just like the Int Namek Vegeta that exchanges to Goku. So you can have a Goku on like a Vegeta family team being supported by units that only support Vegeta family, etc. So this unit is on the Goku family. Now that is very helpful for the unit in terms of the fact that we have access to that Goku family support memory. So them getting the extra permanent buff, even when we've exchanged into the Vegeta form, is obviously going to be quite useful. So I'm hoping that this unit is going to hold up reasonably well. They have type advantage. So we get the intro animation. Now, I did decide, even though I should know better, but stones burn a hole in my pocket. So I did a few more multis on the banner. I literally did 4 more multis, and I just got back-to-back featured units. I got Jiren, then Beerus, then the tech androids. And like, when you're pulling a featured unit, it's like, oh, well, you know, can't stop on a featured unit. And then I got a Zeno. So I did actually finally get the extra copy, which means that my one, I haven't link leveled them because I've literally pulled them and just been making videos. But they are at 79%. So I've gone pretty heavy into additional 20, is that 3 it's at? Yeah, 23 additional, little bit of crit. I even gave them 3 extra dodge because I could see a dodge build being good for them, but you want them to additional early. Because that's the thing, they have no defensive tech, which I think is a thing that can cause them to age fairly quickly. And one of the things that we talked about in the 55% showcase, which did not go very well, is the fact that you have to manage these units and their performance because they only have a certain number of turns to get built up at the beginning. So having this kind of rotation where we have both the leaders on the same turn is really bad because now we have to flow off the other Goku. We're not going to get him back for a couple of turns, and then we have to start building him up. So, fortunately, my one did get the additional from the hidden potential. It wasn't a super, but it means we've attacked 3 times. So that Goku is 3/4 of the way built up already. And then the friend getting the additional super. The only friend I could find was 55%. So, obviously, we'll see how well they perform in this event once we get to the final phase, but we'll see how this plays out. Obviously, the gods on the team, the gods are pretty good. I still think they're a solid unit to run against Cell Max. You just want to transform them straight away in the tech phase, pick up as many AGL orbs and hope for the best, because with their supers and the fact that they raise a ton of like defense on their super attack, they can tank Tech Cell Max normal attacks perfectly fine. So I think what we want to do here is we'll do this. I don't want to do too much damage, but I want to make sure we are at least getting some stacks. See, I wanted to get enough key to get the guaranteed additional for the gods, but not enough for them to be super effective against all types. But I guess we are going to miss the boat on that one a little bit. So as long as I can get 1 attack, we got to give them a little bit of build up, even if we are just kind of relying on them to dodge against Cell Max, because then realistically it doesn't matter how built up they are, but it's always good to get some stacks in when you can. And then I brought that Supreme Kai and Kibito just because obviously they come under the Realm of Gods portion of these guys' leader skill. They're in, they have built-in dodge, so they could be good against Cell Max. That's the problem, looking at the roster of units for this team, for the Resurrection of F Blues, there's not a lot of units that stand out as being really, really good against Cell Max. So, now this is perfect because we can go ahead and do this and actually get our last attack here with Goku to get him fully built up. So, we've kind of stalled a little bit in this early phase, but honestly that's what you need to do in the Cell Max event. For any units that need to do a certain number of attacks or be hit a certain number of times, all that kind of stuff, you want to try and stall out these early phases. So, linked up only with Frieza at level 1 links, 5.4 million. I mean, again, this is what I said in the 55% showcase. This unit needs dupes, and then they become significantly better. So, this is unfortunate, because we are... I don't want to... Now, do I transform them straight away? The one thing I actually don't know, which I guess someone in the comments will have to tell me. So, this unit, we build up our attack and defense 25% with each attack performed up to 100%. Do we keep that when we transfer over to being Vegeta? Because if we don't, then technically there's no reason to not just exchange right now. But I'm not actually sure how that works. So, I'm going to go ahead and at least actually get some attacks off here. So we'll go ahead and do this. Again, we won't go too crazy with the key for the LR gods. We might end up taking quite a bit of damage from these AoEs from Cell Max, but at least he is super attacking God Goku. We managed to put the blues in the middle where there's no attacks. Yeah, 50k from the group attacks. But this is the 55% friend that has only attacked once. Oh no, twice. They got 2 supers. So he's halfway built up. I guess that's okay, right? We ideally want to get that additional on this turn, but because of him starting on the same turn as the other leader and us having to float him off, that means he doesn't have that guaranteed additional attack from the entrance animation part of his passive. So he'll only get an additional if the friend has actually put like additional skill orbs into him, which is unfortunate, right? Because you want to get these guys built up as soon as possible. Damn. Because, yeah, they really are a unit that if you get both of them on the same rotation right at the beginning, that really does hurt their progress in getting built up before the end. Now, we should hopefully be able to get that extra attack in before we get to the last part here. So, on this rotation, we've got 3 links active. Now, because Vegeta is much better defensively once he's transformed, so honestly, there's no reason to exchange them before we get to that final phase. Like, we just want to keep getting stacks here, because infinitely stacking attack, we do keep those stacks when we transform into Vegeta. So obviously the more stacks we can get early on here, the better. And yeah, see, now they take double digits. They're fully built up. Only 3 links active at level 1. That is pretty good. So now that I actually have the dupes in them, obviously I'm going to start turbo link leveling them. This is the last video I'm recording for today. I'm working tonight, so I'm just going to be going all out link leveling these guys. With the 2 dupes at link level 10, I'm very interested to see how good they potentially are going to be. And Kibito Kai and Supreme Kai not dodging the AoE there. Took quite a lot of damage. Fortunately, we have our Senzu Beans. 6.3 million. So this is what we want, right? Getting these extra attacks. Like I was going to say, ideally we get no crit and then get an additional super. So there you go. That's why we go full additional. All of that benefit is just going to transfer over to Vegeta once we have the exchange and we've gotten those extra stacks. So at least now we are going to be able to get the final attack off with this Goku. And although we've got another AoE, should I go ahead and heal? I feel like maybe I should, right? Because if we do this, again, God Goku on the rotation, if he doesn't dodge. Oh, we can't even get a super. Well, fortunately, we only need to attack in order to build up our passive, so that's fine. I think actually I will go ahead and heal, just because Golden Frieza on the next rotation is obviously kind of relying on us being on a reasonable amount of HP so that he can tank reasonably well, right? Because although I don't think we're going to finish him off on this turn, which I do really want the first rotation against the tech phase to be my one, because knowing my luck, if the first rotation against the tech phase is the friend 55%, they're going to end up eating a super, which, you know, exchanged into Vegeta 55%. If we're able to pick up all the rainbow orbs post super, his defense isn't terrible, but even with type advantage, I don't know if he's living a super attack from Cell Max. Probably not, but I guess we will see. But yeah, stalling out these early phases to get these attacks in is definitely beneficial for us in the long run. Good old God Goku. I literally, again, he's another unit that's only here on the team because we want that extra, like, you know, unit that has type advantage when we get to the last phase. Ki, unfortunately, is an issue, especially at these lower links, because some of the links, when they're leveled up, are going to give us extra Ki. Although I suppose I do want to not finish him off on this turn, so Yeah, let's do that so we get the guaranteed additional, but we don't get the effective against all types. Because then ideally, we kill him on the next turn without getting the Dokkan attack. And then we're on to the tech phase and we have the Dokkan attack ready to go. I haven't actually stalled with a team on this event this long, in such a long time, that we've actually got the Dokkan attack. Like, we're at risk of getting the Dokkan attack before we actually even get to the final phase, which is pretty wild. So, although watch the gods here just do like triple super, triple crit and actually kill him, which I actually don't want them to do, but... And of course, that's what I get. I'm like, oh, we'll get the extra key to get the additional super, and then they actually decide to go off. Don't additional again? Perfect. Oh, my boys. Look at you. Alright, well, that's not great. Although he doesn't do crazy damage, and they've gotten a few stacks. Oof. Still more than I thought, but... Alright, so all I need to do is not get the Dokkan attack, which we are very close. So it's going to be... I think we're just about going to miss it, yeah. And then, do I need to heal? No. God Goku will just kill him. Although, man, if we start the next turn under 40% HP, we are going to be in a serious spot of bother. So, stalling, okay, good. There's another group attack. If Kobito Kai and Supreme Kai don't dodge this, it screws up our next turn. Great. Of course we didn't. Because now we kill him, and now Golden Frieza has no passive, which means we have no slot 1 unit for the next turn. So, not great. That's what stalling can get you when you have some weaker imp units, I guess. So, all we can really do now is, I guess, I'll go ahead and do this. And then we'll go ahead and exchange into Vegeta. But, man, our start of turn defense is not going to be good enough. Like, if he just supers immediately in slot 1, then we're just dead, which is unfortunate. I do love this exchange animation though, pretty cool. And then blue Vegeta ready to rumble. So, this is my one, 2 dupes, no support, we got 3 links, we have, yeah, 162k defense, yikes. Well, we are dead. Now, we are going to get a bunch of extra defense by picking up these orbs, but it's not going to be enough. Like, what are we at now? 260k. I wonder how much we take from normal attacks. If he doesn't super in slot 1, then we will live. But otherwise, it's back to the drawing board. 121k. Don't super? Oh, of course he did. Right, well, back to the drawing board, I guess. How much do we take from this? 750k. Nice. Right, well, I'm having terrible luck with this because God Goku, the int LR God Goku, got super attacked at the end of the last turn and didn't dodge, which means we started the turn on super low HP, which means we can't put Golden Frieza in slot 1. The orb changing from Vegeta's transformation was not good, so we only have the 1 rainbow orb, which does give him the extra 100% attack and defense, but we weren't able to get the 3 to get his full buff. So I'm pretty much just going to hope that these guys dodge everything. Okay, we're going well so far. I just want to see Vegeta actually get to attack and then be attacked and see, like, how much damage that does. Okay, whew. That's the one that counts. Alright, so 6.3. We had a couple of extra super attacks with Goku along the way. So... we don't get the additional super. That would have been great. Another 50% buff. Okay, double digits from the normal. So that's what we like to see. Post super attack, Vegeta with 2 dupes at full level 1 links, taking double digit damage from normal attacks. That is actually quite good. So let's see if we can get a better rotation for him. Okay, so I took God Goku, LR God Goku off the team and just put the tech Golden Frieza on there. So we do actually have a rotation now where we are going to be able to see. I think what I'm going to do is, do I want to set up the rainbow orbs first? If he changes the int orbs, that could be a pain. But let's go ahead and exchange first and see what we get with the orb changing. Actually, no, he can't change int orbs, can he? So that's actually quite good. So if I do... Let's just do this. And then there we go. We can get... Oh, of course, the game wants to prioritize Ki over the rainbow orbs, which is my biggest problem with units like Tech Janemba. Because as you can see, going up the middle here, we have a very clear path to these blue orbs to pick up rainbow orbs. But because of the way the game works, the game will prioritize the path that gives you the most Ki, as opposed to, like, you know, the path that's going to give you the things that your passive requires you to have to be at maximum efficiency. So that is pretty disappointing. Let's see if we survive here. We're going to get supered straight away. Okay, well, at least we know Golden Freezer doesn't get one shot by this. 183k. I mean, Golden Freezer still putting in work as one of the best slot 1 tanks. I mean, there are units who take less damage than he was taking on those normals that will still get one shot by a super. Because damage reduction is a big deal. So we do get the crit, and then we take double-digit damage. So that is pretty good. Overall, I have to say, like, it's taken some time to get a rotation where we actually have them together. Oh, let's go. Kabio, okay. But yeah, I am impressed with this Vegeta, at least in terms of his performance after you super attack. So let's see. If I do this... Man, I don't want to pick up all the rainbows. There you go. We'll keep those ones at the side because I want to get the buff for Goku, but I obviously also want to get the orbs for you. So the friend for this run, I believe, is 55% again as well. Let me have a quick look here. So he's at 138k. Oof. Yeah, he is 55%, I'm pretty sure. So I wonder how much he's going to take. They gave him a crit skill orb. What are you doing? Random guest Goku and Vegeta. He doesn't need a crit. Oh, man. You get 25% crit chance per rainbow orb. Look, he's getting a guaranteed crit on this turn. Why would you not give him additionals? So, there you go. We'll just get 5 rainbow orbs. Why not? And then we'll do this. So, actually, let's heal just in case, because God Goku will take some damage. And we might actually... Golden Freezer at the end might actually die. But let's see what the 55% Vegeta takes here. 5.3 for God Goku. Remember, God Goku gets the 200% leader skill from these guys. So against a movie boss or a pure Saiyan, not only is he now tanking like an absolute boss, but look at this. Additional double 5 million attack stats. That's pretty good for our boy God Goku here. Get supered. Okay. This Vegeta might be about to get erased off the face of the earth, but 5.8 for his initial super. We get the guaranteed crit because we picked up multiple rainbow orbs. Can't get the additional. 7,000 from a normal attack. On a rotation with no support at 55%. I would say that's actually pretty solid. Does Tech Golden Freezer die to Cell Max's super attack? I can't remember. He does take a bit. 300k. That's actually not too bad. The only downside, of course, is it means we don't have the damage reduction for this Freezer. But, fortunately, that doesn't matter, because we can go ahead and do this. So, let's hit him with the Blue Gogeta active skill. There we go. And then we can get our 3 rainbow orbs for Vegeta. So, he is at max... what links do you share with the gods? 4 links. Super Saiyan, Warrior Gods, Prayer for Battle, Fierce Battle. And that puts him at 260k. Remember, when he supers, he gets the 50% buff from his passive and from his super attack effect. So he's going to be over 400k defense, which is pretty good. But then, of course, regardless of what happens throughout the rest of the turn, either the gods are not going to dodge an attack and then die, or Golden Freezer's going to die in the last slot. But overall, I'm happy with the performance of this unit against Cell Max, like in a vacuum. But the problem is their team is a bit wonky. Now, because they're on Accelerated Battle, and obviously Movie Heroes, they are actually on the Gamma's 200% leader skill. So that could be a good team to use, to, like, if you still need to beat Cell Max. The Gammas and then these guys on the team. But the other thing you have to be careful of is then you have more units that need to do certain things within a limited number of turns in order to fully build up. And as of course, as we all know by this point, with the extra damage buff that they get, the Gammas absolutely run wild through this event. So it would be very possible that you don't get to get the 4 attacks with Goku. But I think that team build could work pretty well against this event. Like I say, overall, I'm very happy with the Vegeta performance. The fact that post-Super, we can just tank normal attacks. Now, we would want that from a new Dokkan Fest unit that is type advantage. And of course, the gods didn't dodge the Super, but yeah, overall, I think he's pretty good against Cell Max. His team is the issue. Obviously, he's on a lot of good teams, but not necessarily getting the 200% leader skill. But yeah, he can hold his own pretty well. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below for the Discord and the merch store, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.